Assalamu alaikum. I am Saira Wasif. Welcome back to my class. I hope all is set at your side and you all are enjoying our digital lectures. Well, students, today we'll be reading a comprehension passage from the textbook of grade 7 developed by Moonlight International Publishers. But before starting our reading session, I just want to ask you that what is a reading and a critical thinking? Well, students, reading is the process of looking at a series of written symbols and getting meaning from them. When we read, we use our eyes to receive written symbols, letters, punctuation marks and spaces. But it is our brain to convert them into words, sentences and paragraphs that communicate something to us. And critical thinking is a kind of thinking in which you question, analyze, interpret, evaluate and make a judgment about what you read, hear, see, say or write. Applying critical thinking does not mean being negative or focusing on fault. It means being able to clarify your thinking so that you can break down a problem or a piece of information, interpret it and use the interpretation to arrive at an informed decision. Well, today we are going to read unit number 2, Information Filters, from the textbook of grade 7. While going through a passage, we'll also think critically. Let's start it. Well, students, I'm sure that you all love to watch different programs on TV. Yes? So, what type of programs do you often watch at TV? And have you ever noticed any false news? If yes, so what is that? Think about it. Yes, students, it is true that media does not always give us correct information. You can witness it, but how? How can we witness that this information is not correct? Let's take an example. You have seen a program and you got information about a particular person. You talk to your friend and you shared this information to your friend, but your friend does not agree with you because he has seen or he has got different information from different channel for the same particular person. So whose information is correct? You got confused? Definitely you will search on it. You may ask to your teachers, your elders. You may watch a documentary about this particular person. You may use Google to search about him. You may watch different sources of information and finally you will reach to the point after so much struggle. So students, this is exactly the theme of this unit, that we should not trust on every news until it is verified from any authentic source. And we should also check the reliability of the reporting source. As a famous critic, George Bernard Shaw said, "Be aware of false knowledge. It is more dangerous than ignorance." So it would be easy for us to understand the passage. The synopsis is, Yasmin Aftab Ali, the emerging authoress, in her book criticizes the role of media in Pakistan. She advises not to spread fake news just for the sake of ratings and earnings. She is of the opinion that different laws regarding media in Pakistan should be promulgated. Promulgated means to promote or widely known. A comparative analysis of media and media laws in Pakistan is the book written by Yasmin Aftab Ali. It is in English language. So students, it's time to think critically. Do you know why some words are written in a capital form and some are written in small letters? So students, this is the time to think critically. Do you know why some words are written capitalized and some are not? So students, a comparative analysis of media and media laws in Pakistan is the proper noun and it is the name of the book. On the other hand, some words are not written in capital form because we are not supposed to write capital of preposition, conjunction, interjection or helping verbs. Let's continue our topic. Well, students, Let's read the passage. A comparative analysis of media and media laws in Pakistan is the book written by Yasameen Aftab Ali. It is in English language. It is a duty to differentiate between good and bad information. Agreed? On the other hand, should those who, in the words of authoress, reported sensational or sometimes less than accurate, be let free? Should institution of media's role be clearly defined? The book says that it should be. The book generously appreciates the positive role of media in supporting rule of law, democracy, and good governance. People are too simple to understand complexities. A1. Then try to differentiate between information, misinformation, and disinformation. Media houses should be held answerable and accountable for scams about the robust state structures or for airing fake mega corruption. The book is a bold attempt to state the truth with respect to Pakistani media and its role. It has supported all arguments with proper references. It says that the concept of freedom of expression and freedom of speech is little understood. Reporters and anchor persons tend to magnify, exaggerate, twist, and stretch issues. They know that they should be building a well-informed public opinion, but they choose to make it financially viable business. I agree that there is a temptation, but they should refrain from being overridden by increased rating and cutthroat competition. It is our duty to differentiate between good and bad information. Agreed. Differentiate means to show or find the difference between the thing. So it means that it is our duty that while reading an information, we should be able to differentiate that this news is good or bad. On the other hand, should those who, in the words of authoress, report sensational or sometimes less than accurate, be let free? Should institution of media role be clearly defined? So students, can you see that it's written that report sensational? It means that something is giving a great public interest and excitement by giving false information. Less than accurate means a complete false. So then you can see that there are two questions. Be let free, it means that should we allow these kind of reporters or the people who are spreading false news free, or we should stop them. So students, we should stop them for spreading false news. The second question which is asked to us is, should institution of media's role be clearly defined? Yes, they should be defined. In my point of view, if I'll think critically, I will say that these kind of institution of media's role should be defined. The book says that it should be. The book generously appreciates the positive role of media in supporting rule of law, democracy, and good governance. People are too simple to understand complexities. Complexities means difficulties. Even then, they try and should try to differentiate between information, misinformation, and disinformation. So students, there are three things which are making us confused: information, misinformation, and disinformation. Information means facts provided or learnt about something or someone. Misinformation means false or inaccurate information. Disinformation means false information which is intended to mislead. Media houses should be held answerable and accountable for scams about the robust state structures or for airing fake mega corruption. It means that if they give unreliable or if they give false news, they should be answerable for their mistake. Here the word robust is used. It is an adjective and it is commonly applied in marketing. Let's move to second paragraph. The book is bold attempt to state the truth with respect to Pakistani media and its role. So it means that this book is actually designed to tell that how Pakistani media should play a role in the world. It has supported all arguments with proper references. It says that the concept of freedom of expression and freedom of speech is little understood. So here we got two words to be compared: freedom of expression and freedom of speech. What does it mean? Freedom of expression is the right to express our beliefs, thoughts, ideas and emotions about different issues free from government censorship. On the other hand, freedom of speech is also a right to seek, receive and impart information and ideas of all kinds. Well students, I hope that we are clear that what is the meaning of freedom of expression and what does freedom of speech mean. Reporters and anchor persons tend to magnify, exaggerate, twist and stretch issues. Magnify means enlarge. Exaggerate means represent something as being larger, better or worse than it really is. Twist means that telling something different, and stretch issues, making it prolonged. They know that they should be building a well-informed public opinion, but they choose to make it financially viable business. Agree that there is a temptation. Temptation means attraction, but they should refrain. Refrain means stop from being overridden by increased ratings and cutthroat competition. Overridden means to refuse to accept a suggestion, and cutthroat means fierce and intense competition. Well students, I hope that you have understood the passage till here. Now students, I hope that you have understood that what is in the passage. We haven't read complete passage. We have read only 2 paragraphs. Now students, let me ask you few questions to assess your understanding that what you have grabbed from this passage. A comparative analysis of media and media laws in Pakistan is written by A. Yasin Aftab Ali, B. Yasin Altaf Ali, C. Yasmin Altaf Ali, D. Yasmin Aftab Ali. So what is the answer? Very good. It is D. Yasmin Aftab Ali. Let's move to our second question. It is our duty to differentiate between good and bad. A. Behavior, B. Manners, C. Information, D. Design. Very good. So answer is C. Information. Let's move to question number 3. The book generously supports the role of media in supporting rule of law, democracy and good governance. Law, autocracy and politics. C. Law, theocracy and statistics. D. Law, aristocracy and ethics. So our answer is A. Law, democracy and good governance. Let's move towards answer the following questions. Who is Yasmin Aftab Ali? Think about it. So students, Yasmin Aftab Ali is the emerging authoress and a critic who criticizes the role of media in Pakistan. She is not against the media, but she is against the false news issued by the media. We have another question. How can we differentiate between true and false information? So you have to think about it. This is a critical question. The answer could be a piece of news that is true and being told and explained in an unbiased manner is good news. While on the other hand, The news that is fabricated or untrue and is being presented with a pre-imposed opinion is bad news. Let's move to question number 3. What do reporters and anchor persons do? It is clearly written in the passage. In the third paragraph, the answer is clearly written. Just find out where the reporters and anchor persons are written. Yes, very good. Reporters and anchor persons tend to magnify, exaggerate, twist and stretch issues. They know that they should be building a well-informed public opinion, but they choose to make it financially viable business. Well, students, our today's lecture is over. In our next video, we'll continue reading this passage and thinking critically about it. We'll meet you in next video. Till then, Allah Hafiz, take care.